everyone, how are you? This is Seema and this is my YouTube channel. Welcome to my channel and please feel free to subscribe and comment and like and all of this stuff. I don't like to say it usually, but I mean I need it. So okay, whatever. So as I mentioned before in one of my previous videos that I was reading a book by the sociologist Ali Al-Wardi and the Iraqi sociologist, and I mentioned that I will keep discussing stuff about it, but then later I don't know what happened. Stuff, I don't know, started reading about more stuff or other stuff, or started reading about other topics, so I just forgot totally about the book. And then today I just missed it. I missed like reading it. I was like, okay, why I just don't read it again? And then, not again, I mean the few chapters I didn't read, and then I started reading it and stuff. And there was this chapter I really 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 liked it. I want to discuss it with you guys, and let's see what do you think. So the chapter, actually the name of the chapter is your will and your success. So what is the relationship between your will and your success? Okay. Before mentioning the, let's say, or talking about it, let us play some flute a little bit. Okay. Yeah, and then we will go back to the chapter, don't worry. So as we said the last time, okay, we mentioned that I'm going to use these, okay, and then with one thing, with the one hand, this one, okay, which is really hard, and then the other one, and then I kept like for the whole week trying to um trying to practice, but it's really hard. So I was like, okay, let me go with it in a really in a real, like, step by step way, and then as a beginning, just like, so I try to use this in order to hold the flute itself. Oh wow, it's a totally different way. It's a totally, like, really, I feel like I reached something, and of course it needs practice. I keep saying this in every video. Everything needs practice, but I'm really happy from the the stage or the level that I reached, because like I gave a little bit of the flute vibes, like ooh, this, yeah. So yeah, and then later, time by time, while this I mean, like, my fingers are more knowing into moving towards them, or these holes or whatever. Later I will have the capability to start, like, because like the normal way of doing it is that putting your finger here, as I mentioned before, and then keep moving your fingers like this, okay, and then while you are holding this, okay, you are also doing this, okay. So this is really hard in the beginning, so I just begin like this. I use this way, okay, as a beginner, and then later with practice, while I'm already used to it, so my mind is already doesn't need to think about it a lot. So you got me, okay, whatever. So let's go to the book, okay, I mean the chapter itself. So usually, okay, basically, I mean, he's saying that the reality of life is stronger than any plan that the human mind can make, okay. So because like usually we are like used in our societies, or even mostly people go like, okay, if you have the strong will, you will reach success. If you didn't reach success, or if you didn't reach whatever you want, if you didn't find a job, if you didn't do whatever you want, you will um, you will be like no, not you will be, I mean your will sorry, not your will, I said your will is really weak. Okay, so your will be really weak, or is really weak, when you can't find whatever you want, or you can't reach the level you want, or you are not achieving any kind of success in your life. Okay, so for example, even in the videos here, let's say I really want to make like a really great video. I want to make, like, I want to record this video. People will, go subscribe and share or whatever, and then you find yourself not achieving this goal yet. Okay, of course there is hard working, of course there are some steps you need to do, and first of all, the first step, as I mentioned in the first video, you need even to begin, you need even to start, the progress and stuff. But the point of what he wants to say is that the reality of life actually, it makes the human goes with the flow. So let's say if we ask the loser, okay, or not, I don't want to say the loser, the person who didn't win, not the winner. Okay, so we have now usually the winners, people who keep, like, keep talking about like how they won in the life and how they reached whatever level they did reach to. And we have, I don't want to say the losers, it's really 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 bad like, identification for people, but I mean, I'm talking in general, like how the society, or yeah, society is defining them, that of course based on their points of view. Because, like, let's say if I'm a loser in this, I can be a winner in something else. So usually the person who didn't achieve whatever they want, they go like, it's they throw their failure, okay, on luck, or situations, or country, or consequences, like, because this happened, whatever happened, okay. And the winner, okay, doesn't even admit that there is something called luck, or even consequences, or situations, bad situations, country is whatever, resources. They don't believe in this. They just believe how hardly they worked. And but actually, if you ask anyone who won, the winners, okay, if you told them, did you, okay, since you were even a teenager or a kid or whatever, I mean, even when you first began working, or when you first began starting looking for this thing, did you have a plan, or did you have the exact goal that you want to reach in front of you, and you wrote it and even in front of you, and it was like literally in front of you, and you did reach, and you had the full plan and the full step-by-step goals? They will tell you, no, we didn't actually. And even if they did say yes, they will be lying. Because, okay, you can say, I want to have money, I want to be famous, I want to be whatever, but you won't have the exact possession that you reached. So how did you reach? Okay, this is the answer that the chapter is answering, or talking about it, discussing. Okay, so actually, okay, this is his advice, and this is something I really believe in, is that the reality is saying that the person who wants to reach a level, okay, or a possession or whatever, while they don't have this capability, okay, or the capabilities, whatever, yeah, I mean, and who doesn't have the things that will take them to this level, okay, or let's say the talents, the resources, the whatever things that is needed to take them to this level, they are just harming themselves, they are not helping themselves. For example, let's say if someone who for example, even me, I wanted to be a singer for some reason. Yeah, I mean, when I was 17, 18, something, I wanted to be a singer, and I wanted this really, but I wasn't too much when it comes to acting, and I wasn't that much when it comes to any other instruments, like flute right now. But I was like, I want to act. The thing with me is that I wanted to express my emotions and show it to people. Okay. And I wanted to act, to be honest. I wasn't that good, I wasn't that confident when it comes to acting. I wasn't even that good, because acting, it needs a lot of skills that right now, let's say I reached 50, not 50, even less than 50%, but at this time I didn't. Okay, one of the skills that you really need in acting is you need to read, you need to observe people, you need to communicate with people. I didn't have this, I was isolated a little bit. Anyways, so I was losing confidence in acting, that later started to, the acting thing started to, show a little bit, or start getting alive in me. Anyways, so let's say if I have a really bad, like, voice or whatever, I can't continue and keep dreaming and keep trying to achieve success in singing, because I don't have the skills, you know. So that's the point. So I stopped harming myself, and then I started looking at myself. Okay, so what is the thing that I'm good at, you know? So because, like, see, people who keep saying that, actually, if you really 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 started, getting attention on something, and giving something all of your attention, all of your focus, all of your energy, all of your effort, you will reach it. But in the same time, the human being is not a machine. We are not a machine, so we can direct it anywhere. It's not a car, it's just leave your subconscious, you leave your, you know leave your unconscious or subconscious, just leave it, and then it will take you to the thing that you want. Okay, but in the same time, you can't ignore your conscious mind, you can't ignore the aware mind. So use both of them. We will explain this in the chapter. I don't want to take long. Okay, so there is a law. Okay, also Ali Al-Wardi talked about it in the book, which is, okay, the oh, I didn't write it really. Okay. Okay, it's it 1 minute, let's check, because, like, I was googling it. Yeah, the reversed effort law. Okay, so it says basically this law, it says basically that the harder you try, the worse the worse you do. So the harder you try, the worse you do. Okay, this is the law. And actually, it's the law of life, because, like, if you didn't notice before, like, for example, whenever you are trying to sleep at night, and then you are really trying to sleep, and then later you don't sleep. But in the same time, you can sleep in the lecture, you can sleep in class, you can sleep in the car, you can sleep while driving, you can sleep while you are not like not planning to sleep, or in the situation that you can sleep right now. But in the same time, while you are in bed trying to sleep, you are unable to sleep. Also, let's say, in laughing during classes, during lectures, during events, during some situations, like funerals or whatever. Also, as well, when you try to memorize something, you are trying to memorize it, whatever, but sometimes you just, in other situations, just remember it easily. So it's like a fight between the conscious mind and the aware mind, and the subconscious, the unaware mind, which is like the aware mind. They don't it doesn't want to, it doesn't want you to do, sorry, the aware mind wants you to do this action, or doesn't want you to fail in this action, but in the same time, you are really scared of it, and you are doing your best to do it. Okay, the harder you are trying, and then later the subconscious, what is it going to do? The subconscious will fight against it. Okay, they want to fight this fear, because you normally, the human doesn't want to feel scared, so that your subconscious will keep fighting it till the opposite happens. Okay, and one of the things that is really bad, okay, is that you are usually, even we are raised in this way, and even not all of us, but I mean mostly we are raised in this way and in this society, and even we are saying this to ourselves, which is like, be smart, be successful, be whatever, hard worker, be fit, whatever is it. Okay, but at the same time you need to tell yourself, don't say you don't ever tell yourself this stuff. What you want to really say to yourself is you are smart, you are successful, you are whatever, healthy, you are okay. So just tell yourself you are this person, because you are, because if you want something, you are this thing, you know. And for example, if I don't want to say a lot of examples, but if you really want something, if you really want this success, you will reach it. Plus, as I mentioned in the other video, success is usually the way of dealing with this thing, or trying, or the way of keeping in progress. So you are progressing in this thing, you are achieving every day, even a slight thing. Okay. And also something which is very like really bad, when you compare yourself to others, whether you compare yourself to people who are much better than you or even lower than you. And for example, you go like, oh, I'm much better than this person, or I'm much, this person is much better than me. This is sending really harmful messages to your subconscious, which will make it like, do the exact opposite thing. Okay. um so yeah. For example, okay, I just yeah, I will just say the example. I just don't want to take a long time in the video, but yeah, I'll just say the example. For example, let's say if this person is lower than you, okay, and then you keep saying, I'm much better than this person, oh my goodness, really, they didn't do this, oh, I'm much better than them. Your subconscious actually is a free mind, because like, you are a special, unique thing. Your subconscious is only concentrating on you. So usually when you concentrate on someone else saying that you are much better than them, your subconscious will reverse it. Okay, so you will be like them. So in order to take out this idea from your mind, you got my point. I will repeat again. Okay, so let's say if this person is lower than you, let's say you are smarter, and then you go like, oh, this person is very dumb. So your subconscious doesn't want you to think in this way. Okay, so it will keep reversing this thing. It will keep, so you'll be more lazy, or more dumb, or more whatever, because your subconscious, you like, in your subconscious, you don't want to be compared to someone else. Okay, so you will be like this person. You got my point. Anyways, and as I said, so usually think about, I don't want to say think positively, everything is good, but in the same time, you need to think in in the positive parts of this, and don't keep يعني don't keep thinking about the negative parts. Think about what you can do, what you are doing, what you are achieving, but in the same time, don't get, يعني, I don't want it to be hard on you when you face some sort of hardness or failure or whatever. So just be moderate between both of the points of view, or both of the levels of thinking. And usually also he talked about something which is using the subconscious in working. For example, some jobs, it really needs creativity, like acting, even singing, even your work as well, any work. Okay, so it needs creativity. So usually when you work, try to be a part of your work, okay, where your subconscious becomes the dominant part. But in the same time, don't get rid of your aware mind. You need it. Of course, you need your aware mind, you need your conscious mind. So it's you, yani, using both conscious and subconscious mind, aware and unaware mind. And aware for learning, okay, and exercising. So for example, let's say for me, while I'm acting, okay, so while I'm acting, um, I need to be genuine, be the person who uses the creativity, be the person who uses, like, you know, the feelings, and the feeling, it doesn't have to be like, oh, 1 2 3. No, it's just like something that you can't even control. But in the same time, I use my awareness in the steps that the director told me to do it. I use my awareness in memorizing. I don't just say whatever I want from my own character. No, I'm doing the other character. So I have a script, okay? So yeah, so just use both of them, but don't lose the credibility of your you know, the imagination and creativity of your subconscious mind, because it's very important for success. That's it. I hope you liked the video, and see you soon. Bye.